Make you lose with the unthinkable. Don't stop till you come first. Life's too unpredictable. Take control of what you're worth. Wasting time's forgivable.
Hey guys, Superior Eclipse here with
Swan.
or Dylan or
Alright.
Will Jim, as you might know me. So the big event happened over the weekend.
E3.
Yep.
It was interesting. I personally, I'm happy with most of the presentations that they did. Would you call them presentations?
I mean, I watched the Xbox briefing. Like, I saw a little bit of, like, talk on YouTube. But for the most part, I just watched the Xbox briefing. And, I don't know, from what I saw, I really liked it.
I don't really remember most of the Xbox. I remember some of them.
So here's a little overview of the things I want to talk about. Then Dylan can say what he's going to bring up. I want to talk about the, GTA 5 gun running came through.
Like, is it already out?
Yeah, it came out.
Okay.
Came out a few days ago, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Also, we got more information on Assassin's Creed Origins, which I kind of said something in the first video. We talked about it some more in the second, but now we have actual gameplay.
Yes.
We got to see some of the gaming mechanics. There's going to be a loot system.
Yes.
Another game I want to talk about, Sea of Thieves.
Yes.
It looks very interesting. It's an arcadey pirate game.
It looks pretty good.
Then we have the 4K update for Xbox,
Which is interesting.
Which is just a lot of the major games are just going to get a visual upgrade.
But that one's interesting because it's not as like that simple like that. Because
I know, but it's like it's not just going to be like, oh, if you have a 4K TV, now you can see 4K. It's going to be like, oh, you don't have a 4K TV, but you have like me, I have a AOC or ROC FreeSync gaming monitor, like super fast like frame rate speeds and stuff, like where there's like no glitch at all. And I believe my thing's actually 4K. And it'd be interesting to see like some of the games I play now with that, like even they said if you don't have a 4K TV or whatever, it will still be visually enhanced.
Yeah.
It's just if you have the 4K TV, it's going to be a little bit better. But still, with a lot of games getting the update with Minecraft when the 4K update comes out, they're having a big community update where there's going to be community-run servers, kind of like how like Mineplex and those.
That was interesting. They like legit added to like the server browser.
And also, we're going to have the custom skins, which I'm super excited for. I can make my own custom skin.
Oh, you can make your own?
Yeah.
Oh.
Custom. It's actually going to be custom skin, just like on computer.
Hell yeah.
See, but the thing I don't understand is, are they going to make you pay every time you want to make a new skin?
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
they have the skin packs, and it's like, couldn't someone just go and make all the skin packs?
I mean, they could. So I feel like that's probably smart that they do. You'd pay for it, but then at the same time, it's like that's stupid that you have to pay in general. I didn't like that when I saw that. They have to use like Minecraft coins or whatever in order to do shit on the community website or whatever it's called. Community
they have. I didn't see that.
Yeah, they have a website. It's like community marketplace for not every version, but like it's for like the iOS, the Windows 10, Xbox One. It's just every of the normal Minecraft that they do now all can go there to get like your skins and shit, I guess. Or I don't know what it was actually on the website, but there you can use Minecraft coins or something. And I was like, that's sort of stupid. You have to pay for shit in order to get like content. Like that's sort of dumb. I didn't like that.
Yeah. I kind of understand that.
Unless it's like a fairly easy way to get it. Like you can get it by playing the game and it's not hard to do it. And it's not like you have to pay like $5 and you get like 400 Microsoft, or not Microsoft, 400 Minecraft coins. Then like, fuck that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. It depends on how they do it, at least.
I'm not sure on exactly how that all works. I just know that I heard them say there's going to be custom skins, but...
Yeah, I heard that too. I heard there was supposed to be custom like texture packs as well that you can do. Stuff like that.
See, but what I'm thinking is, I don't know if there's going to be custom texture packs because they have the texture packs already.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the like mashup packs that like change the mobs and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they would let us have like, oh, they'll have this thing and people can go make textures for all the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if we are at the point where someone could do that. Like even if they had it like on a website or something.
Mm-hmm.
You could upload all the... Even if it was like that, I don't think we have the capacity to really have all kinds of people making custom texture packs on computer and then switching it over to Xbox One. Like, I'm not sure if we are at that point where we can do that.
You have to keep in mind, though, as well, that this goes for iOS and Windows 10 version. It goes for all of those, all three of those. So all of them will go to each one. So it's even more than just Xbox One.
Okay.
And I believe Switch. I believe it's Switch too.
All right.
So it's like there's all those platforms.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, which ones have we talked about so far? Oh yeah, we did the overview, the update, Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, Origins. Dylan, did you have any?
I had one of them. I had A Way Out.
Just give an overview, and then we'll get into it later.
It's just basically like a very in-depth co-op game. It was very, very emphasized for co-op. And it's like I don't know, that's just best I can say. It's just like a really in-depth co-op game. It's you're escaping in a prison in the beginning.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It looks really good. And I just love the way it is. So I'm excited about that.
I look back on my notes, and I have one more game that I wanted to bring up, which is Metro Exodus.
Yes.
And this is coming from someone who has read the English translation of the first Metro book by Dimitri. Which it kind of is weird when you read like the English translation, because usually it goes from Russian to a different language. Because it's just like an online translation. I didn't actually buy the English version of the book. Yeah. So it was like a shitty translation.
Yeah.
And I had played the first one, and I got to a certain point where I just couldn't get past it. And then I tried what was it? Last Light, Metro Last Light. I got the Redux pack with both of them, and with that one I was able, like, I just played a little bit, and then I'm like, no, how they have it set up, I need to go back and do the other one. So I played that one a little bit more, got a little bit farther, and then got stuck, and then just haven't went back to it. But if Exodus comes out, I will go through and play them all three on a trilogy. Because hopefully I'll be able to record again soon, and then if Exodus keeps on looking promising like the trailer did here at E3, I think that will be a series I will be doing a full playthrough on.
Hell yeah. That game looked really good from the trailer. I don't think they did like any actual gameplay, right? I think they just kind of did like a cinematic one, right?
It was like a cinematic gameplay thing, but it was almost like I couldn't tell if it was because it showed him like how you would in the original Metro, like you pull out your lighter thing and it like showed him like burning like cobwebs and stuff, and like it seemed like a actual player playing, but I couldn't tell if it was just a full cinematic setup that way.
Yeah.
So what game do you want to hop into first to talk about? Since you only have your one game out of the ones I said.
So I want to do Assassin's Creed.
All right. So we'll start off here with Assassin's Creed Origins. We talked about this the last 2 episodes. We've pretty much talked about it this whole time in the series. But the main thing is I'm so hyped. I've been on like this Assassin's Creed like bender. I just finished 3. I'm like halfway through 4. I bought Syndicate. I bought the XCO collection. The only one that I'm able to have on Xbox One that I do not is Assassin's Creed 1. I could have bought the disc, but I'm like, oh no, I'll just buy Microsoft points. Bought Microsoft points. Have to use a credit card for buying a 360 game on Xbox One.
Well
so I would
just do it though.
Well, yeah, you do have my account, so I could have you do it. So I might do that. I've been playing Assassin's Creed 2. I just wanted to do like the tutorial part of that because that's the first one in the XCO collection. Yeah, but I just finished 3 and I'm doing like all the after game things, and I'm gonna go back fully synchronize it, all that. But I've been in such an Assassin's Creed bender. I even played Unity a little bit the other day, just messing around. I didn't really do any missions, and I think why I don't like Unity because I want to talk about Unity real quick. Because there's so much shit about Assassin's Creed Unity as it being like the worst Assassin's Creed game. It's an amazing concept. The whole concept of Unity was great. Having different, like, you could pretty much have the different classes. You could have, like, if you wanted to stay stealthy, you could do your skill tree to set up for a stealth class. Have your weapon set up as a stealth class. What?
I didn't know they had a skills tree in that game. That's interesting.
Unity actually does. You can end up getting all the skills, but it's like you get skill points, and you can pick how to spend those, like what you need first.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but a lot of times, because I haven't played with friends, like you're gonna get it, and we're probably gonna play it a lot.
Yeah.
But when I have played with other people, like just like randoms, it's pretty much a clusterfuck of, oh, there's the target, everybody run at him, and like even if there's optional objectives, no one wants to do them because they're just like, oh, I want to get the kill.
Oh wow.
And it's like these missions, a lot of them you could drag out, like, oh, I want to get a whole bunch of points, do all these optional objectives, and a mission could, depending on it, take you about 20-30 minutes longer that way, instead of, oh, this guy spawns like right in front of me, oh, I'll kill him, don't worry about anything else. It's like when you actually play through the mission trying to take out like guards, watch them, all that, and going for the optional objectives, it would make the game a lot funner. And it just, a lot of people are just like, oh, I want to get the kill. And I feel like that's why it's a cluttered mess on Unity. Like, you can play up to 4 people. You can play just co-op, like, running around. You can do the missions, all that. But it's like a lot of people just get the most powerful weapon, the most health, armor, and then it's just like, oh, I'll run through all the enemies until I get the target. And I don't find that fun.
I kind of like the stealth aspect of the Assassin's Creed games.
That's what I try to do a lot of times when I'm just playing. Like when I've played Unity by myself, I'll try to be stealthy and stuff. But it's like,
that's like half the fun of Assassin's Creed, though.
Yeah, it's like I can't play multiplayer in Unity without having all these people just bum rush the target. And it's like, you want to just so I can say that I did it, like go do a mission and get the optional objectives because it's like that's what I have to go back and do on 3. The single player missions I didn't get the optional objectives. I'm going back and getting all those so I can get the it's one of the costumes on there. I have almost all these special costumes. I'm like missing 2 spots.
Damn.
But yeah, I got off track on Unity. We were actually talking about Origins, which I hope they have a multiplayer, which what I was trying to get to on Unity, why I went off on that rant, was pretty much Unity had an amazing concept that I feel like they should try again sometime. But I felt like it was too rushed. They were trying to do like Call of Duty, Battlefield, those type of games where it's every year release a new game.
Which is not smart, in my opinion.
At the same time Unity was getting made, they also had the other... I believe there was another company making Rogue. I don't believe that the same like studio made both. Which I was just watching Rogue gameplay and it's like, Xbox, please give us that backwards compatible. It's a whole different. From what I've seen, it's a whole different spin. You have a think about when you play Assassin's Creed. You hide in hay bales. You try to attack people.
Yes.
You're a Templar in Rogue.
Ooh, it's the opposite.
And there'll be assassins trying to attack you at random times.
That's awesome. I want that.
And the thing is, like, on Rogue, assassins you can't kill civilians. Templars are a little more ruthless. On Rogue, you can kill civilians, but you get a bounty on you.
Ooh.
So
awesome.
more and more assassins will try to go after you. And I really found that to be a really kind of cool aspect. And it's like, well, I don't have a 360, so I can't play it.
I gotta get me
And
Rogue.
I feel like if they just took the main thing, like where it's like, that was so different, and it's like another game hasn't gave you, like, the closest thing that we had before that was Assassin's Creed 3 when you played as Haytham Kenway at the beginning of the game. And I feel like if we were able to I don't want to say if we were able to get a whole new game like that, because it's kind of like Rogue, they already did it. I don't know what more storyline they could put to a different Templar and like try to fit them in, because like Rogue, Achilles was in there, Haytham was in there. I don't know if Charles Lee was.
Yo, I hate him.
I'm not sure. But I know Achilles and Haytham both were in there. Because I was watching actually one of the things where you see Achilles and Haytham actually shoots Achilles in the knee. So even before Connor met Achilles, Haytham had already met Achilles before that. Because when Connor meets Achilles in number 3, Achilles is already old. This is a young Achilles.
Oh, that's interesting.
The assassins were still kind of had a foothold in the colonies and stuff.
Oh.
Even though this takes place like a little bit more north up in the Arctic area up there, it's still, you get that little bit of storyline of, oh, this is why Achilles didn't leave the homestead all through number 3, really. Like, he came into town a few times. It was because the assassins pretty much had already fallen. He was the last assassin. They showed mercy to him. Haytham shot him in the knee, though, and like they pretty much said he's not going to leave his homestead. He knows like he can't really go out and like be this assassin because he's injured now. Like, someone getting shot in the knee, you're not going to be able to jump off roofs and stuff.
Yeah,
like that's just not going to happen. So you kind of see why at the beginning of number 3. That Achilles was kind of just like, no, go away. Because I think Achilles had already known, just because how persistent Connor was right there, that it had something to do with the first Civ and the assassins. And like, I think Achilles was kind of just like, he lost the brotherhood that was there, so it was pretty much him by himself. So he kind of just turned his back on the brotherhood,
Yeah.
and I think it would just Achilles knew if this was someone for the assassins in like the first civilization thing, he knew the Templars was going to come right behind.
Yeah.
And I found that to be a really, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I felt like after watching that little bit of Rogue, I really understood 3 a little bit more, and I kind of understood because at the beginning of the first time I played 3, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? Just because like someone comes to his door, he's just gonna be like a total asshole. But after you find out that he was pretty much like the master assassin here in the colonies, I'm pretty sure is what it said.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just like that backstory, I found it very interesting, and how in all ways pretty much the assassins have been together, because Edward Kenway is Hatham's father, Hatham is Connor's father, but Connor is an ancestor of Desmond, and so is Altair and Ezio. Even if it's not down the same family tree, somewhere it comes together, and they were all, at one time, assassins with the same blood as Desmond. And that's where I'm kind of interested to see where Origins is going to come from. Like, I watched some video, and it was like, oh, the scar on... I'm gonna fucking butcher his name. But Barrick?
Bayek?
Bayek? Something
I think
like
it's
that.
Bayek. I don't know.
He has the scar just like Desmond did. And so did Altair, and so did Ezio. But the thing is, I heard that for the first few games, they used the same face model for Ezio, Altair, and Desmond. Which was kind of like interesting, but it's like Bayek has that same one, and I don't know if it's going to be like Assassin's Creed is like, oh, well, that kind of just shows that they're related just because they have the same scar, but that doesn't make sense because like scars aren't like, oh, you can't be born with a scar,
No.
just like your ancestors, and it's like, but I think it just might be a way of them showing like, oh yes, this is a descendant of Desmond.
Yeah.
And I also like the whole looting system. It kind of reminds me of Destiny.
Yeah. They
Just
totally
the
ripped off
format.
Destiny's inventory system. I don't know if you've seen it, but that's like a total Destiny thing. That when you like go in your inventory and shit, that's totally Destiny right there.
I know, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I'm so excited.
But it might be interesting.
I love it. I love that they have a loot system. I'm so excited. I hope it's not like shitty.
Yeah, same.
I just hope the game just doesn't flop.
Yeah, because it was like Unity was such a disappointment. Then it was like a lot of people didn't buy Syndicate, like pre-order it or anything.
Yeah.
But then some people went and gave it a try and was like, oh, well, this isn't as bad as Unity. Which, I don't know how I feel about Syndicate. I played like the first few missions, and I just haven't given it enough chance. Like, I want to finish 4 because I've already started that one, and now I've started 2, and I bought some other games, and it just like, I have so many other things I could do that I'm not wasting my time with Syndicate. But I feel like after I kind of finish a few more games and stuff, I can give Syndicate a try and actually play through, and I'm going to be like, oh my god, I want to keep playing, just like I did with 3.
Yeah.
Which I'd be pretty, like, excited for.
Yeah.
Is there anything more you wanted to say about Origins?
No, I think we covered basically all of it.
Now, this next game, we kind of covered basically everything that was announced. I just want to retouch on it. Minecraft.
Oh, yeah.
The whole 4K update, and the update with servers and custom skins. We don't have a lot of information, or I haven't seen a lot of information. They might have gave it out, but I haven't seen information on how all that's going to work. There's a realistic texture pack coming out around that time, which with the 4K, like the sky kind of almost looks like a sky that you would see in a game, and like it doesn't look as like it doesn't have the blocky clouds and stuff. It kind of looks more fluid, and just like a lot of the textures and stuff just look more real. And I really liked how that texture pack looked in the 4K. And if you're able to set up your own servers, that would be cool. Like if they had a thing like Realms, if they had Realms for Xbox,
They have that's coming.
okay.
I believe, as far as I'm pretty sure, that is coming to Xbox.
See, because I feel like that would be better in a way than, oh, I can have this big server, but my account has to be on. Kind of like if you had like if you were hosting your own server on PC, it was like, oh yeah, your friends could join, but the only way they can join is if you're already on.
Yeah.
It's not just like a full set server, kind of like Realms where you can just log in. Like it's not like that, and I found that to be a having it that way. I did not like. I liked Realms. Season 1 of 4 Dawn was me and you messing around on Realms, and then
was like the best thing
Daryl
ever.
came in.
I love that.
It actually, I still have my Realm saved and all that. It just my computer broke, and once I get my computer back, if they fixed it, I'm going to buy Realms again. We're going to start season 2 up.
Yes.
We're going to come back with that. And what I actually want to do is expand our realm to like. I want to get regular people to come and like they can stream or whatever. They can do whatever they want on the realm and have like an actual going, like almost like world, like trading, all that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool because like we could even like, if we can find villagers, try to send them back to our place, build shops or whatever. And I just feel like that would be very fun to do because it's like if I remember right, our realms, it was like we had our bridge where it crossed the valley for ours, and then we both had like plazas out in front, and we both had pretty good sized houses. And once I get back in that, finishing up that and like adding a whole bunch of like, if we can add like buildings and try to get villagers there and like actually try to go get horses, have all that, just have all this, like keep on expanding and have more people join the realm, because I think you can have up to 20, I believe, and I think the only 3 people on it is me, you, and Big Plucker. And if we could expand that and like be a series like, oh yeah, I might stream and like record, and somebody might get on, somebody might get off. It's just like, I think most of the time if I stream or record, me and you will be on there together.
Yeah.
But if there's other people joining the server, and it's like, if you're a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer watching this, and it's like, that sounds like something you want to do once we get it all set up, you can maybe message one of us on one of our social medias or something, or accounts, like gaming accounts or anything, and see like, and if you would like talk to us and like, if it seems like a good idea to us, maybe we could have some of the people that watch our videos come in and join. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm excited. I want this to happen.
Same.
You need to hurry up and get that shit fixed because I want this now. I'm
They
excited.
got my computer. I'm just waiting for them to be like, "Oh, I fixed it."
They
And
haven't
then
said anything yet?
No, the other day they told me that they had they need the password so they could start checking it out.
Okay.
But I haven't heard anything since then.
Shit. They gotta hurry because I'm excited. I want to play some Minecraft now. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I mean, yeah, true. So also another game that I kind of touched on, but want to talk a lot more about is a game I'm super excited for, Sea of Thieves,
Yeah. I'm excited for that too. That was good.
which I finished Assassin's Creed 3, and now I'm going back and playing all the naval combat stuff.
They had
And
stuff
then,
in 3?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Never mind.
You go to
Sorry.
the harbor master or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? I think that's exactly where I am. I think when I stopped, I was supposed to talk to a harbor master.
Hmm.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
And in number 4, I really like the pirating, boat system, all that.
Mhm.
You can Sea of Thieves looks
that.
like a thing where, yeah, you'll have your boat. You can go scour, loot, and all that. And I know, like, it would sound a lot like Minecraft, but if you could, like, build
Dude, like
a
house
base,
on
like,
a
like,
fucking
like,
island.
like on one of the islands, you go there, you can gather resources and build, like, a fort or a base or, like, a little village, like, town thing. And if there was, like, a way to trade with other people, like, yeah, like, I watched on there was the 2 crews got in the pirate fight, but it's like, if you can have it like, oh, this is a town, maybe have AI that you can trade with, all that. If there was stuff like that, I feel like it would add a lot to the game. But the game hasn't even came out yet, and I know when it does, I will probably sell games or whatever so I could get that. If I don't have money, like, I don't care what I gotta do. Like, I'm going to get that game. Sea of Thieves looked like an amazing game, and I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Let's hop over to your game now, since I've almost went through all mine.
All right, so I don't actually remember who, and I didn't even write it down. I guess I don't remember which panel this was on, so I don't remember who is the developers. But basically, this is A Way Out. It is a game of 2 people called Leo and Vincent, and they are both in jail. I don't know why. I don't know if they said it, but basically you're trying to, in the beginning at least, because there's other places later on in the game, but in the beginning you're trying to get out of jail. They're doing it like a jailbreak, breakout, and it's
Yeah.
a not multiplayer, a co-op only game. So that means there is no single player at all. You cannot play it on your own. You have to have it with either a friend with you, like couch gaming, or online. Also, there's no matchmaking. It's you invite a friend, or it's somebody on with you next to you split screen with yourself. And which I thought was really interesting because, which also sort of is stupid because like not everybody has friends. Let's be real here. Also, it'll make it harder to play.
I don't have friends.
I love the idea of it, but at the same time, realistically, it's not the smartest move in the world because that just makes it just a lot harder to play because you have to. There's nothing. You have to have another person. So that right there already makes it slightly harder to play. So I don't know about that decision, but it's interesting. But the writer from the game Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, which was another like really big like co-op game that was all about co-op, it worked on this game, and it's also always split screen. So even if you're playing with another person online, it's still going to be split screen. It's because they focus on like really like engaging you in the game with the other person. Like you really got to work together with the other person, so it's always split screen. So if we were playing, it would still be split screen, which To be honest, I kind of like that idea. As much as I don't really like split screen sometimes, I like the idea of it because I don't know. I just like doing it with like other people, not on, like here. Like if I was playing with someone here, I don't really like that. I don't know why it makes a difference if I was playing with you and I could see your screen. I just kind of like that. So that was really cool. But one like big thing that I saw about it is that if one person's in a cutscene, the other person isn't necessarily always in a cutscene as well. So let's say we were playing. If you could be in a cutscene and I could still be moving around and doing whatever I want, and I can even go in behind in the background of your cutscene, you can see me walk around and stuff. I thought that was really cool. That was really cool. So, another thing is that there's a lot of different ways and different like what.
I'm fucking retarded.
What?
Because you're talking, I'm like, oh, well, I'll take this time and add my cousin who wanted me to add him on Xbox last night.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking go on Snapchat where he messaged me.
Yeah.
And tried to add his Xbox name on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why the fuck can't I find him? I just realized what I was trying to do.
You're adding his gamer tag on Snapchat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I already have him on Snapchat.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go on what you were saying. Sorry.
There's I guess there's like a lot of different ways to play the game, or like different ways to do outcomes. Like in the small demo that people were able to play, I think you were robbing a gas station because you needed money. And there was like a million, or not like a million, but you know, there's just a ton of different ways to actually do it. Because you can either go in and you can like just be very calm about it. You can go
now,
scout
is this
around the area.
first person or what?
This is third person. It's a third person game, yeah. So, it's
if you could compare it to a mainstream game, what type of graphics would it be? Do you know?
Graphics? Well, it was. Well, I would have to say like Mafia 3. Because it staged in the early 1970s, so it's kind of like the same theme.
All right, that's theme, but like I mean, actual like in terms of graphics.
I mean, I guess probably like I still say probably Mafia. I feel like it's the same thing. It just looks like the same kind in my opinion. I don't really know though. That's just my.
What I was trying to be like, is it like Minecraft graphics?
No. It looks really good. It looks good.
Or like, is it like one of those cartoon indie games? Like, no. I wasn't sure what exactly kind of graphic. And after you say that, it kind of makes me think that, in a way, that the game you're describing is almost like, I don't know if you ever played the series Kane and Lynch 1 and 2.
That's what my friend said. He was like, that's basically what this is. I've seen a little bit of it.
1, the beginning of it, you and this other guy break out of the back of a armored car, all that. Mm-hmm. Then you guys start working together, and at one point you have to break out this one guy out of jail, so you actually go in and start a full-scale riot in this prison.
That's awesome.
You break in and break this guy out. And it's just like, how you described that was, oh, you have to break out of prison. Oh, you can rob this store. It's like, in a way, but that game, it was very level-based. Mm-hmm. You couldn't really explore the level.
Yeah.
Which I wish they had. But I was thinking it sounds a lot like that. And if it's Mafia 3 kind of graphics, that time period, is there a free roaming at all?
I think it kind of, from what I've seen of the gameplay and what they've said, I think not necessarily like an open world, but I do think it's kind of like you can go around in the area that you're in. And like I think like in the prison, you can go basically do what you want. I could be very wrong about that, and that could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure you can just do whatever you want, really. So I think there is kind of like a free roam aspect to it.
See, what I think would be a very good concept for a game is if you took the concept of the escapist, added a multiplayer to it, like where you can play with friends.
Yeah.
And made it an actual 3D game, not a top-down, where it's like, oh yeah, you can you make it look like you're a regular prisoner, but you could work with these other people and try to escape. And it's like, if you could do it in a way where there's AI prisoners and there's real prisoners, and each will try to do like actual player prisoners. Each will try to like maybe get tools like weapons, maybe try their own escape plan, all that. But if like the main thing was like you and your friends get in there, and at first it was like a thing where like maybe if you could even play it online, you could go in there, but it doesn't show you a player by like a gamer tag or anything. You'd have to like a mic is like you can actually talk and stuff. If it was that way and like you can actually talk to people and be like that, but if like if two people stood there talking and like guards noticed that you were talking for like right together for a amount of time, they'll be like break it up and like push you guys away. So, and if it was like a game that like you could not do party chat like how the Call of Duties were and stuff, I feel like that'd be very interesting because you and your friends might be in there, but there might be other people.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
You can pretend to be a prisoner, go through prison day life, while working, and maybe you could like bring in these other people, or notice like, oh, this AI is hiding some weapons, steal these weapons, or oh, I might get searched. I'll put these weapons on this AI, and he'll get in trouble. I feel like that'd be very interesting.
That would be really
game
cool.
concept.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could actually do that because it seems like a lot of gameplay mechanics and all that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it would be very interesting to see
would.
play out.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. Did you have more to say about that game?
Oh, well, just one more thing about it, how the split screen is. I thought it was interesting how sometimes it won't be just like half and half of the screen. Sometimes they will focus. They would like do one side of them slightly bigger to focus on that screen for like some kind of event or something like that. Just sometimes it won't always just be 50-50 of the screen. It'll kind of like make one side bigger so it's focused on that side. I thought that was really interesting. Yeah. And it's early 2018 should be the release date. The devs are Hazlight Studios and EA are the publishers.
Nice.
Yes.
And one more thing I want to talk about was the announcement from Xbox of the Xbox One X.
That was interesting.
I found it very interesting because it's an actual 4K with the biggest or like the best processor ever put into a console. I feel like that was very interesting because they announced the Scorpion. But we haven't really heard anything more about the Scorpion, and now we're hearing about the X.
Yeah.
So is the X replacing the Scorpion, or are we still going to get the Scorpion at the end of the year?
Yeah, that was weird.
It's just interesting to me. Anything you want to say for a wrap up, or?
I want to talk just very briefly because I don't really know anything, but I just want to at least bring it up. Okay. I don't know if you see anything on the Nintendo panel that they did.
I actually didn't. I only watched the Xbox panel, but
I saw nothing except for like 2 videos that were like 3 minutes of highlights. And I just thought it was really interesting that they did this, but EA, I believe, and Nintendo are doing a Mario and Rabbids game. You know the Rabbids game? I never really saw anything, but it's basically just a mix of it. It was weird. I don't really know anything about it. I just want to bring it up because I thought it was like really cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see anything besides a little bit of the trailer, but there was like a rabbit dressed as Peach that got like grabbed by the chomping flower. I don't know what you call them. I don't know anything about Mario. The flower with the mouth. He got grabbed and he was dressed as Peach, which I thought was really cool. I don't know anything about the gameplay. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see that and see if they have any of that stuff. But I'm excited for Nintendo because they had a few things that were pretty cool looking, but I don't really know much about them.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like how the Switch looks. It's very expensive, so I'm not gonna buy one right now.
I want the Switch so
Once
bad.
it gets a lot cheaper, I will. But I like how the Switch looks. It's very.
There's a lot of good games coming to it. There's like Skyrim. Yeah. There's Minecraft. There's Binding of Isaac is already there. There's a lot of good games that are actually coming to it, so I'm excited to hopefully eventually get one because I really want one.
I haven't used one yet, but I have looked at them, like I've seen them, and it's just very interesting. It's something that would be a very fun console to take with you somewhere. Like if you're gonna go on a trip, be gone for say a week, you could be in your hotel room, set that up, and like mess around with that when you have nothing to do.
Yeah.
That's a good console for that because it's not a big console.
Yeah,
you could set
small.
that there, all that. I feel like that would be a very fun console for transporting places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I talked about all my topics.
Yeah.
Unless you had anything more.
No.
All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 of WillyD Chat. I'm thinking we might we'll do an announcement when we're changing WillyD Chat to the new name and kind of give you some information on what else we're changing about it. But stay tuned for that. Me and Dylan will both have an update video coming up soon.
Yes.
About that. Hope you guys enjoyed. If there's any games that you think we should check out and talk about, leave them down in one of our comment sections below. We will gladly look at them and put our opinions onto it. I think next chat we're gonna. Just tune in for next chat. It's gonna be a little bit different. Hope you guys enjoyed Superior Eclipse and Swan. Hope you guys like this chat. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when we upload. Maybe at some point we could do these actual live streamed. We could interact with fans like on the spot.
That would be pretty cool.
That will be in the future. We're going to keep on with our Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in each week for gaming news, or it's not always going to be gaming. It could be just like news in general.
Mm-hmm.
We pretty much stick with the gaming community, but I don't know. We might talk a little bit about music. We might talk movies, all that. So tune in. Hope you guys enjoyed. And this is Superior Eclipse, Swan. Bye.
Bye.